Hey guys, it's JQ Crafty. Welcome to another Tuesdays in the Attic. We are on week 23 of the Dusty Attic sketches. We're using this sketch you saw in the beginning of the video today, and was bound and determined to use some of the amazing chipboard stuff I have. So I went ahead just because I wasn't quite sure. I hadn't ever really colored chipboard before or painted it or anything, and I was reading a lot of times like acrylic paint is the best way, but I figured if I gessoed it, I could use my shimmers, so that is what I did. I went ahead and took this awesome brick one, I don't remember what the name is, but it also comes with this insert, which was really cool. I could totally cut this off and use this for something else. But it's this brick pattern. I went ahead and just put gesso on. I have some just Liquitex super heavy gesso. It's really thick for white. Did some white gesso, and then I used Shivers paints on Wed Wagon. I did Wed Wagon, and then I did a little bit of pumpkin. So here and there is a little bit of orange, just to give it a little bit of change in depth. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to distress it a little bit with some black, because I have my distress inks right here, just to give it something. Oh yeah. Maybe even we'll add some white splatters to it too. That would actually be really cool. I have no idea what photos I'm going to do, what other papers I'm going to do, but I really wanted to play with this, and I wanted to show you. Now, the people who are huge fans and have been fans of Dusty Attic stuff for a long time, they're like, yeah, we do so many cool things with chipboard, but I'm relatively new to it. So I wanted to kind of have a play with it. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. A little bit of black, and then we'll add some white, some splatters here in a second. Obviously, I won't be using all of it. I'll be cutting it apart because, that looks really cool. I'll be cutting it apart because I have the parts on the sketch are not 12 by 12, and these are, I believe, almost 12 inches long, so I won't need all of that. I don't know if I should use this or if I should just get out some acrylic. We'll see. Well, this technically is acrylic, so I mean, same. Get some white splatters on it. Then we'll have to let this dry, of course. I hope I'm splattering everywhere. I don't even know, am I even getting it on there? Should do this off after the page is done, actually. There, got some on there. We'll clean up our mess, and then I'm going to put you on fast forward, and we'll try and figure out what the heck we're going to do while we wait for this to dry, and we'll start building our page. Let's get started. So I decided after kind of looking through my stash or my collections, what I have in my arsenal of scrapbooking supplies, is to use Fancy Pants Peachy Keen, because I hadn't really played with it very much. And it's got some good oranges and reds and summer colors. And I wanted this to be semi-bright. And it's got kind of a, not really a learning vibe. I don't know how to describe it. But as I was looking through the papers, of course, this is like one of those packs or kits. So it comes like 2 of each two-sided papers. And it's like a handful of them, like 10 to 12 usually, or 8 to 10. And I was really liking the polka dot for the background, and I really wanted to pop in some of this orange floral but not make it super floral, and then I really like the blue floral a lot, and then I did really like the text, the wood grain, and the ticket, so I really hemmed and hawed about which ones to use which, but I decided ultimately that the text was going to be the one that goes right behind my photos, and then a band of the blue floral the wood grain, and then we'll just have a tiny bit of the ticket peeking out just for that additional. But it kind of blends in. Very similar tones to like light, pale tones, white and things with a pattern on it, kind of is the way it reads. But yeah. So trimming down my photos, matted them on also that orange floral. I used this, it's like, I got a bunch of them for ripping wrapping paper. So instead of cutting, you just use these rulers to rip wrapping paper, but it's called the Wrap Master. It's a gift wrap tool, and I really like this one because it has like a fun edge. So I used that for my edge. There's other ones out there. They're certain brands to do for scrapbooking specifically, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But that. So I'm just getting all the papers trimmed down to the sizes I want them at to do this kind of layout. And then to accommodate the chipboard and its slight dimensionalness, I am going to pop this whole section up on foam. So I'm using my Big Mama tape roll from Spiegel Mom Scraps and the foam tape. I'm not going to make you watch me put it all down and take it all off, but that is what we're doing. And what else? What else do I got for you? Getting all those on. Oh yeah, so I trimmed those down, and then now I'm trying to figure out what little piece I want to be over in the right-hand corner, just like in the sketch. I trim up a side. I didn't want something that stuck out too much just because I feel like my layout possibly went a little bit bigger than the sketch did. So I didn't want it to take up too much real estate that it didn't need to take up. So then I dig out all the ephemera, and I really like the tickets, but I end up not using any of them. And I really like some of these. They're kind of like those party circles, crepe circles that you can put up on walls and stuff for party decorations. They have different colors of that in there. I really like the camera. So I'm just kind of layering things up and then realizing I really want a label or something for my journaling. And I decided ahead of time, or while I was putting this together, practice makes perfect needs to be my title, because what they're doing is it's my child and some of his friends before their first time at school, so before preschool even, and after church, they were all practicing playing school in the library at the church. So I thought it was super cute. So this is going to go in his school album, kind of like the precursor to the actual school year, them practicing being students. And I'm going to break out kind of just whatever I've got in my stash over here. And I have some of this Fancy Pants Good Old Days cork randomly. I think I got it in like just one of those like boxes where I just got random stuff. So grabbed a couple apples that have hearts in them and grabbed a couple pennants and put that up there in the right. And then I'm using the enamel dots. I'm trying to figure out what else I want to do. I had these Pretty Little Studio labels out, but the yellow was just off. It wasn't the right yellow, especially then after I start picking all my my alphas. It just wasn't the right yellow because I found this yellow alpha from LA Studio that I really liked. It was like the perfect yellow. There's a little bit of yellow in that pattern paper, the blue floral. So it kind of brings out that and brings out the same blue and brings that over there. So I found this. I figured, where do I have labels all the time on journaling spots? My LA Studio stash. So I recently kind of reorganized. I have a lot more LA Studio than I thought. And so I went through, and the first thing I saw was from the April monthly kit. There was the perfect kind of minty aqua colored label where I can just journal about them practicing being students. And I'm going to journal that, add my title here. I like how I layered the makes on top of those letters. And yeah, that'll do it. So we will see you next time for another Tuesdays in the Attic. Bye.